This is Jeff Welch with This County Empire, and I am here today with Gary Waterfield from Waterfield Designs that, in my opinion, make some of the best bags in the world. And so I just want to welcome you today, Gary, and I want to talk a little bit about how you started your company and sort of the idea behind it. So Waterfield Designs, you guys make really, really high quality products. I would not call them cheap products, but I would say that they are worth every penny that you guys charge for them. And we live in a world that it feels like a lot of manufacturers are trying to figure out how to make it as cheap as possible for as many people as possible. And it seems like you guys come at it from a little different angle where you want to really build something that you can be proud of. So can you tell me a little bit about how you kind of came to start your company and why you would choose to work in that way?
Yeah. Hey, Jeff. Thanks for having me on the show today. Yeah, we started in '98, actually. I came from the bicycle industry. I was a bike messenger for a couple of years in Boston and then worked for a mountain bike company as general manager. And we worked with some bag companies, Timbuktu, when they were just getting started. And I kind of had some ideas about how to do things a little bit differently. And we tried to make bags that kind of a messenger bag, but for business people. It was kind of a niche that wasn't really being filled because we were all using messenger bags for work, and everything just kind of fell back into a pile. So that was the impetus of our start back then. But we wanted to make bags that we wanted to use, that were quality, that we liked, and other people liked them too, and we started selling them. And that's kind of how we got going. It was a slow start, but
yeah. And so you guys are based out of San Francisco, and so you do the whole thing in your shop in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, that was part of it. It's just making things locally. Back in '98, it wasn't done that much here. Now it's a bit more prevalent, but it wasn't done that much. But we have a little different business model too, and we're not selling to retail. We're selling direct to the customer, and so we can afford to build better quality materials, better quality hardware, a little bit more better labor because it's made locally here, and we don't have to worry about the margins that the retailers get since we're selling direct. So, we don't really worry about the price so much. We just want to get the best stuff we can and hope that others appreciate that, and for the most part they do, and it's worked out very well.
Yeah, it seems like it. So I wish that I had gotten in touch with you a little earlier because I've had my cargo bag from you guys since before I had Gmail. I can't find the original order because it's older than my Gmail account.
Yeah.
I don't know how old it is, but I've had this bag for many, many years, and I love bags, and I'm always looking for the next best thing. And it's just sort of I've realized over the years that I already have the next best thing because everything I've ever purchased is compared to this bag, and I always come back to it. I'll try something different for a little while, so I've just given up. I believe it's the best bag I'll ever have, and aside from some of the battle scars you get from slinging it around, like on the buckles and stuff like that, you would never know that it was probably. I would guess it's 8 years old. That's a guess, but
yeah,
it just held up.
Yeah,
so
we get them back occasionally older than that. I mean, they last forever, just about. And the ones we get back are they want to maybe change the buckle from the airline buckle that we used to use to the new paragliding buckle, or the side pocket maybe has a fray in it that they want us to replace the side pocket. But we're getting bags back for that kind of repair stuff back from 99, 2000, 2001 when we just got started. So. Unfortunately, they're not buying new bags. They're just kind of fixing up the old ones. But, it's a good sign, and then they're happy about that. And they buy the things from us, so I'm not complaining there. But it is good to see those old bags still being used, coming back. And, they say that I would never think about replacing it. Similar to what you just said there, too.
Yeah, just kind of resigned to the fact that you already have the best thing. So that's pretty great. So you make a great product, and I'm sure you get feedback like that from your customers, that it really is remarkable. And I know that you talk about word of mouth as being a major source for new customers. So maybe talk about that, about how the quality of your product is also your marketing. if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know if we're a strong marketing company, to be honest with you. I think we're a pretty strong customer service company. Yeah. And in a way, we're mostly about word of mouth, and that kind of takes care of most of it. And it's just, personal experience about being treated poorly, about ordering things online and not liking the way things went, and just trying to make sure that we do things the right way, that people remark about how well they're treated, and they think they're special, and they are, but, we treat everybody equally. Everybody pays the same price. We haven't had a discount in 16, 17 years. Everybody's treated equally as best we can. We try to adhere to that, and, we put ourselves in the customer's position. How do we want to be treated? And that's what we try to do for them. So, and we'll bend over backwards.
Nice. And I can attest to that. I've always had great experiences with you guys.
Yeah, that's most of the feedback we get, which is good. And, they'll tell 5 people and so on, and word spreads. So, and we're doing pretty well.
I really believe that those sort of personal stories are worth more than you could spend on most marketing anyway. That the recommendation of a friend trumps most everything else. So.
It's an objective point of view, so that's good, right?
Yeah. Do you ever wrestle with the pull of compromise? The pull of maybe there's a way that we could do this faster and cheaper, but sacrifice some of the quality. I mean, is that ever something you guys wrestle with, or not?
Not. I mean, when we go through production, the sewers always are looking for the most efficient way to make something, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, just so long as it's the best way to make something. We don't sacrifice on that sort of thing, no. There's not certain price points we're trying to hit or anything. We're just trying to make cases that fill a certain niche. I can't say. It's usually the other way around. We're trying to make things. I guess no. The answer is no. We don't really wrestle with that.
That's good. I figured it might be, but
that question caught me off guard. But no, we don't really do that. We're just trying to do the best thing. And like I said, it gets back to the way we sell things. We're not like most manufacturers that go through retail, where they make it for $1 and they sell it to the retailers for $2, and then they sell it to the consumer for $4. So we kind of remove the middleman, and so we can make some really high quality stuff with great materials and hardware, and be very competitive on pricing there. So our stuff's not cheap, like you said, but for what you're getting, I think, and you compare it, it's actually a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I would argue that for 8 or whatever years, the price I paid for this bag, I've won on that transaction.
Yeah, well, that's good. It lasts, but you also have to like the bag, and it sounds like most customers do. So it works on both levels.
Absolutely. I want to make it clear that I am talking to you as a fan of your company, as a fan of your work. I have paid for every bag I've ever gotten from you guys, and I have no
we appreciate that.
On never paying for on getting anything for free. And so I just want to make that clear to people listening that this is not a commercial. This is really something I really felt like you really embodied some of the things that I like to talk about, which is doing really great work and not compromising. And so I appreciate you giving me a few minutes to talk to you here. Since this is audio and not video, I'll go ahead and say you guys are at sfbags.com. And I would encourage anyone and everyone to check it out and see if maybe you guys make a product that would fill a need for them. Is there anything else you'd like to leave us with?
I think you've covered most of it. I think we got a big year coming up here in 2015. We've got a lot of new designs coming up. It's probably our most prolific year we've ever had, actually. There's great things coming in 2015. I think it's going to be our best year, so stay tuned.
Cool. It's very exciting. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Gary.
All right. Hey, thanks for your time, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Have a great day.